G'day everyone, hope everyone's well. 3 games of footy last night, what a treat for us. Unusual for a Friday, but yeah, it's action-packed. I wanted to come on here just talk about some potential future trades for round 9. I managed to save all 3 trades this week, so I'm in a pretty good position. Obviously, Walshy will have to go. Then we'll talk about the action last night, so we'll go through all 3 games individually, talk about some key players there. But yeah, we'll start off with the trades that I'm thinking of making next week. So I've got 27. I opted against trading this week just because I didn't really love any of the targets. If you managed to see the Who's Hot List video and potential trade targets, there was no one I was really super interested in. Hugo Savala was the one I was advocating everyone to pick up this week, but I got him 2 weeks ago, I think. So yeah, obviously that wasn't important to this week. So Walshy has to go next week. I only had 17 playing, so I didn't loop anyone this week or anything. I managed to field a team, and that was enough for me. If I can hold rank, I was about 85th, 80,500 going into the round. I've gone down to 13,000th now, but I've only had, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players so far. So I think I'm in a pretty decent position. Hopefully still top 2,000 and then start to churn through some trades in the next coming weeks. There's no one else I really am looking into trading. Robert Toya is one that probably has to go soon, but he has such a good buy schedule. Like, he's playing around 12, so if I can manage to keep him through there, that would be awesome. Dylan Egan's minutes were concerning last night. He didn't look like he picked up an injury or anything. So that's one to watch, but obviously he was a key pickup this week and still has plenty of money to make. And I would assume he'd go back to a 70, 80-minute role fairly soon. Yeah, Walshy, if I can I have 120k in the bank, so if I can move up to maybe even a Jerome Hughes or something this week, he'll be just under that price point, which is good. I'll have about 586k to work with. Look here. So 586k. I couldn't do it this week. I probably would have got him this week, to be honest. Yeah, he'll be 565k, so that could be a straight swap. I don't really need a half, but I'll be looking to get rid of Munster before round 12 as well. He was on the chopping block potentially this week, but he pumped out a 62, which was good. Like I said, Robert Toya is probably one that has to go, but if I can hold him till round 12, that would be awesome. Then looking at the team, there's no one else that I really want to trade. Heard you in a couple of weeks maybe, but I think he plays round 12 as well. Tamale, again, he plays round 12 and he's got that duel, which is good. Not that I really need centre, but if I'm starting to offload some, that would be good. But yeah, if he can still pump out some 40s and hold him till round 12 and then get rid of him after that, that would be ideal. Yeah, that's it for me. I think I'll probably use one trade next week, ideally, unless obviously there's some injuries, suspensions, something like that in the next coming games. But yeah, that's my plan for the moment. I'd recommend using this tool on Footy Statistics. It's just the buy planning one. It's probably worthwhile. We are heading into round 9, so only a couple of weeks away from round 12. And you can sort of see how many players you need. I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for round 12. So I need to pick up another 4 here and there. You can also change Origin if you think someone's going to be eligible for Origin. Most of them are pretty clear cut. I have opted on the side of caution and put Horsburgh in the side. I don't know if he'll make it, but you'd rather be pessimistic than optimistic when doing your buy planning. I think that's the key there. So yeah, if you look at round 12, I've got, obviously my middles are all Gornskis, but I think most people will be in that same boat. So I'll probably look to offload one or two of those. Probably go maybe Haas if he's peaked in price. Obviously, you want him again back at the back end of the season, but he is quite hefty in price, and you'd assume May will play Origin as well. Thermal, yeah, he's got to buy, obviously, but my halves I need to sort out. Munster will be gone by then. But yeah, if you look at Tamale, Toya, Iongi, they're ones you probably want to keep in round 12 if you can. Obviously, if they start to pull out some dud scores and losing money, you can look to get rid of them. And there'll always be some cash cows and stuff pop up before then. So yeah, I'm not in too bad a position. I've got heaps of trades up my sleeve. So yeah, if I can just use another one this week, ideally, I should be in a pretty good spot coming into those Origin periods where I can start to offload some of those Origin guys and pick them up towards the back end here. And yeah, I think I'll start to climb through the ranks after that. Yeah, that's it for the trade talks. We'll jump into the Friday night action. A bit of a weird game, this one. Obviously, the Roosters put into the put into the sword, which was a bit unexpected. I did say in a short that I think Roosters would win. I said Teddy would win Anzac Day medal, but Sandon Smith was too good. Even getting simmed in, he managed 2 tries, a try assist. He was just unreal. Probably his best game ever, I'd say, in the last couple of years at least. He's only been there since 2023, I think. Unbelievable. I think he was on the chopping block for a lot of people. I think, let's go to the who's not list. I think he was like 5th or something there. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. He was 5th down, like 5% sold him. I did say you could probably keep him unless there was someone you like this week. I said he's probably got another 50K or so to make, but he will start pumping out money again. I got rid of him a few weeks ago for Hugo Saval, I think. He's going to make a ton of money now. Even I don't rate him, so I'm going to give him 35s, but yeah. I need another 50K, so yeah. I'd probably keep him again. I'd definitely keep him now with the 6 break even. I said you should probably keep him, but unless there was someone you really liked, and I didn't really like anyone this week. Same as Jack Cole. He was unbelievable. This Hugo Savala picked up a few goals when Sandon Smith was off the park with that send in, which was lucky. But Sandon Smith's kicking is unreal at the moment, so he won't be losing that anytime soon. 5 missed tackles and a send in wasn't super ideal for him, but still pumped out at 75 in 70 minutes. Like, unbelievable effort. He got one early, like after 3 minutes. So yeah, he was looking like a good score early. I think he was on 30 after 15 minutes after that as well. Teddy was great. He got 72 tries. He did a lot of his work at the back end of the second half, but 70 rewarding his owners there if anyone hasn't. I don't think he's too highly owned. 5.7%. Potential Origin player results. Sorry, my cat's just gone crazy. Sorry, baby. He was great for his minimal owners. Hugo Savala, that was the one I was really telling people to get in this week. He was perfect and able at 230K. Would have thought he'd get 35s to 40s, but a 57 is awesome. He actually had 62 before updates as well, which was great. But then he lost the try save. I was out at the dog park during the second half, so I didn't see the try save. Hopefully it wasn't too controversial, but I don't think he'll be getting that one back. So 57 is awesome. He's such a big body. He's 6'4", 26 tackles with no misses is awesome for a half. Kick meters are strong. You'd like to see that up around the 300-400s, but at 230K, there's not much you can complain about. It was only an 8-point try as well. I think he got 10 meters or so as well, 15. So 9-point try, 48 without it. Awesome. No try assists. Obviously, those goals won't continue, but awesome effort for a 230K guy. Marky Mark, if anyone still has him, 15% owned still. Wow. He did well on the wing. He got a few line breaks early. He was great, as always. I didn't think he'd perform too well on the wing, but wingers are always up and down. If they score a try, they're great. If not, probably 20, 25 you're looking at, but he was really involved elsewhere as well. 200 meters, that was off the back of 3 line breaks, but Toby Cashman, he was one that a lot of people brought in this week. Over 5% brought him in. 48, not too bad. Like, it's a little bit below where you want him to be. You want him to get those 55, 60s. I think he's priced around that mark. What's he priced at? Let's have a look. Yeah, he's priced at 56. So a 48 is a little bit lower than that. But the real concerning part is the 49 minutes. Don't know what Shane Flanagan's doing. Obviously, they were getting pumps, and maybe it's just a bit of a rest for the guys. But his minutes have been a little bit all over the place this year. We don't really know what to expect from him. He was obviously playing 40 minutes off the interchange bench last week, but started with 70, 62, then 44. Like, it's just so inconsistent. I did recommend to grab him because I thought those minutes would be climbing upwards, but his PPM's still awesome, a fraction below what he has been averaging for the year, but we just need those minutes to go up again. I wouldn't be too concerned if you do have him. It was a bit of an outlier game, losing by a ton of points, so not too concerned, but he's definitely one to watch over the next couple of weeks. He's got a bye in round 12, so if those minutes start to decline, you can probably look to offload him soon. He had that 28 break even, so he's still making money on that, which is good if you did bring him in this week. So there's some pros and cons. Like, he's definitely a hold, obviously, but I'd be monitoring those minutes regardless of his scores, even if he's pumping out 70s, if it's only 40, 45, 50 minutes. He's probably one you can look to offload before round 12, but clear hold for now. Nothing to be too concerned about. He has had a 44-minute game before, so just keep watching those minutes. If you got him, he's great. So don't be too concerned there. Who else we got? no one else of fantasy interest until we get down to Siwa Wong. He's not been great lately, has he? A lot of people came up 3 weeks ago, and he has been struggling since then. It struggles. Probably not the best word, but 32, 45, 40, price at 47. It's not super ideal. Minutes are still great. He played 75 last night, probably got a rest in the last 5 minutes just because of the scoreline again. As long as he's playing 80, he's awesome. His points per minute is great for a edge. Nothing to be concerned about there. You'd like him to score a try sometime. I can't believe he hasn't scored one. It's such a big body. He's not a try scorer, is he? He doesn't have many in his career, but he'll get over the lines soon enough. Base stats are strong still. Obviously, 25 tackles last night, but it was a blowout. Roosters had heaps of possession, so I wouldn't be too concerned about that. Just keep him if you got him, and hopefully those scores will start to trend upwards. Fahu White, again, like a couple of weeks ago, it was White or Wong. Who are you going to get? And it looks like they were both Wong at the moment. He hasn't been terrible, but again, those scores have dipped off a little bit. 30, 58, 37. The 58 was great, but that was in 65 minutes. I think there was a few injuries that game. So he's going to be playing 50 to 55 most weeks. Price at 47, nothing wrong with him again, but a lot of people were rushing to get him in, and he hasn't really been rewarding you guys lately. But nothing to be concerned about again. Those will start to pick up. Radley's always a HIA risk. There's always injuries. So he'll be great. Connor Watson. I know a lot of people got rid of him for Haas back in the day, same as me. So that's worked out well. But he did have a decent score last week. But apart from that, he's struggled since he's come back. Like a 47, 44. 67 was awesome, and 34. It's good those minutes are climbing back up. He's playing 80 again. I thought Docker Clay would take some off him. That's what it started to look like when he came back. Like he played 66 minutes. He came back on for the last 5 or 10 minutes there. So it was looking a bit concerning, but the minute's strong. As long as he's playing 80, he is fine to keep. Obviously, monitor if he's playing Origin, but if he doesn't, that buy schedule is so strong. But I would assume he's going to play Origin, but just keep him up to round 12. See what those Origin teams look like. If he's not there, easy hold, and everyone will be looking to bring him in there. If he is in the Origin team, just get rid of him around 12, I'd say, because he's going to play reduced minutes on the back of them as well. And obviously got the buys in awkward spots for Origin players. So, just wait and see with Origin teams. He's great otherwise, but if he is going to play Origin, just get rid of him. But easy hold for now, regardless of the 34. Angus Crichton, first game back from injury, 33. He looked really good, actually, apart from the forearm to Ilias's face, but he didn't get penalised for that, which is good. The tackle counts are down all over the place with the Roosters just because they dominated possession, so nothing to be concerned about. I don't think many people have him. 6%, and he'll play Origin as well, so you can probably get rid of him around round 12 again. Not many people have him anyway. Who else? Robert Toya. So up and down. If he didn't have the good buy schedule, I'd be looking to get rid of him. I think he's going to have a 35 break even next week. Let's check that out. Toya, what did he get? 27. So he has a 35 break even. So if he starts to get 35, he's not going to lose any money. So easy hold for now. Hopefully he picks up a few tries in the next coming week. He's playing round 12 and 15 and 18. So if you can hold him, just hold him. Unless there's someone with a good buy schedule that you can look to trade him to, easy hold. The scores will be up and down. Like he had a 61 in the first week and hasn't cracked 50 since, but he is decent. Obviously, if you can loop him, if you've got a fair few centres, just try and loop him each week. That's what I've been doing. I was forced into playing him this week, only fielding 17 players, but usually I loop him. I didn't even take his 41 last week, so just loop him, but keep him if you can till our Origin period. Maybe look to get rid of him around 15, 16, or even before this first buy if he's bleeding cash. But easy hold in the centres. Centres is a top position. I think that's about it from that game. No one else really stood out. No one else is really fantasy relevant. 1.5% of Ilias, so let's ignore that there. We'll pump over to the second game, Warriors versus Knights. Aaron Clark. If you saw my other videos, I recommended avoiding him this week, which didn't work out too well. I also said I told my mate to get rid of him 3 weeks ago, and it's pumped out his 3 best scores since. So, he's a bit of a wild card, him. The reason I said to avoid was just because he played 60 minutes last week. And that was he hadn't played 50 since, and he'd only played one game of 50 plus last year. Obviously, that was for the Titans, but he didn't look like that 60 role was going to continue. It looked like an outlier. He's only played 52 minutes, and then everything else is below 50. So I did recommend to hold off. I'm not going to say hold off again, because it is a tricky hooker position. That's his main appeal to me, right? But if he's playing 60 plus minutes every week, he's certainly got more appeal than just being a hooker. What do you get? 81. Like, he's going to have a 14 break even. Don't be fooled. Like, let's say he averages 50 now, like that. He's got a little bit more cash to make, but if you're getting him, you want to keep him for the year, or at least the buy periods. So he does play round 12, but apart from that, he's missing 15 and 18. So I'm going to say avoid still, because he's not going to be a money grab. Like, you're going to make 70K off him, and then he's going to start to come down in price again. So if you get him, you have to have a strong reason why you want him. He will be great. So if I'm not going to say don't get him, but yeah, you just need to think about why you're bringing him in. If it's for money, I don't see the appeal. If you need a hooker, yeah, sure. He's probably one of the best options at the moment. But yeah, those minutes will be all over the place. I can't see him playing 60 plus every week, but it looks like he's got a few more of those in his bag. And he was super strong in those minutes. So yeah, it might continue. I'm not going to say fully avoid, but yeah, I won't be looking to pick him up anytime soon, I don't think, unless those 60 minutes continue. And then I'll just buy the bullet priced at 50 or whatever he is. Because I am only running one hooker as well. I've been doing that for a while now, but Namo's been doing well. But yeah, there's just no one really super appealing. Obviously, Connor Watson, if he misses Origin, would be great. Wade Egan's already made his cash. Harry Grant's injured. Max Plath, his minutes are all over the place. His role, he's playing different positions. Damien Cook, yeah, he's sharing minutes as well. Like, there's really no one. Robson probably going to play Origin. And yeah, going down the list, there's no one really appealing. So that's Aaron Clark's main appeal to me. But yeah, I'd be looking to avoid still, personally. And then you got Wade Egan. We just briefly talked about him. I was considering him at the start of the year. He was such a pod, but he's got such HIA history. He's only owned by 7% or so. He's been awesome, averaging 58. But yeah, I think he made most of his money now. He's priced at awkward price. What's he priced at now? Yeah, priced at 51. He's going to keep making money now because he pumped out a 72, so he's going to be priced even higher. And yeah, he hasn't got a great appeal to me. He's playing 80 again, which is great, but yeah, just with that HIA history, and I just can't do it to myself. Luke Metcalf, rewarding his owners. How many people have him still? Yes, still 16% owned. He's been all over the place, but awesome performance this week. Obviously won the game with a penalty last week after a shocking goal kicking. He still needs to work on that goal kicking, but yeah, 69, there's no complaints there. He was really strong. Hardly any negatives, 2 errors, but no missed tackles is awesome for a half. And 500 kick meters. Yeah, coming into the season, I would have expected him to probably take half of those kick meters, like splitting them with Chance. Not Chance. Who the hell is that? Chanel Harris-Tavia. But yeah, like 500 kick meters is awesome. Obviously, I'm not looking to get him, but yeah, he's been awesome. And if you kept him, awesome, well done to you. Because a lot of people did sell him. I think he was owned by 35% early in the season. I never touched him. Yeah, he'll start to make some more money now, which is good. Jackson Ford, 2 tries. That's a bit of an outlier. Wouldn't be looking to get him in anytime soon. Jaden Brayley's a really interesting one. I didn't even notice he was out on the pack for 70 minutes. And I think Crossland was on at the same time as him, so he must have been playing some forwards. Because I know Crossland went into that hooker role. So how many minutes did Crossland play? Yeah, Crossland played 45. And Brayley paid 70. So really interesting. He's priced low. He'll obviously make a bit more money now. He'll probably be priced at about 440. Yeah, if he's going to keep playing 70 minutes, that's awesome because his history with like even 60 plus minutes is great, I think. like 43 there last season, 51, 50. So yeah, heaps of potential there. I don't think many will pick him up. He's only 0.55 owned. He might be one I'm actually looking at to pick up for Walshy this week, but even make money off it. So I'm pretty sure I'll be looking at him. He's obviously playing round 12 and 15. It is a big gamble with those minutes. I'll have to rewatch tape, see if any injuries with in that pack or anything. But it didn't look like it to me when I was watching it live. But obviously I'm not looking at someone who's 0.5% owned too much. So yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on him. I'll probably have a video out with my trade targets this week. Definitely will have a video out, and he'll probably feature in that one. So he'll be super potty. I can't imagine he'll go up to even 2% owned after the week. So very interesting one. And in a dire hooker position, he might be one that really helps out, especially around that bye period. So yeah, definitely one to watch for me. Who else? Fletcher Sharp. He was a popular one this week as well, I think. How many people picked him up? He was definitely on the Who's Hot list. Was he? But yeah, he was second. Fletcher Sharp, 5.2% picked him up. I didn't say avoid. I said if you need a winger fullback, he's probably your best option. But I wouldn't be looking to bring him in because I've got heaps of winger fullbacks. He's got that dual, which is really nice. His price at 50. The kick meters are still concerning. Like he's only not even getting a point for kick meters every game, and that's not ideal for a half. But he barely misses any tackles. His tackle counts are strong, so he makes up for it in other ways. And he's just involved in everything in that attack, especially with Dylan Lucas back. He should start to be better because I'll go to that left side more. Nothing makes it past Bradman Best on that side, though, unfortunately, as a Marzu owner. Yeah, he's been awesomely, really consistent for a halfback that doesn't kick. So, yeah, if you want to bring him in, I don't see any issues with that. Plays around 12 and 15. He's priced at 50 already, so I'm not in any rush to pick him up, but I'll certainly be looking to pick him up around round 12. And if you picked him up this week, good stuff. 50 is not bad at all. Right where he's priced at, so good pick up there. Dylan Lucas, first game back, played 76 minutes, super strong. 49 is not too bad. He'll take 47 tackles in his first game back, so those attacking stats will come again. And awesome to have him in the centres. So, yeah, if you picked him up, well done. But if not, again, he'll be getting picked up in my team before round 12 for sure. Who else? Greg Marzu had a try denied. It was the right call. His left arm was out, unfortunately, but that cost him about 15, 16 points. He still got the line break, which was good there. Those offloads are strong. He had an offload was intercepted, so that's a 6-point swing there. At 40, without any real attacking stats apart from 200 metres, 6 tackle breaks, 2 offloads, that's a standard Greg Marzu game. So his floor seems really low, really high, which is good. I've got him in my team. He obviously pumped down 88 last week, which is awesome, but 40 off the back of that, there's not too many complaints. He's only scored 2 tries this year because Bradman Best does not pass to him. It's always that cut inside, even if there's a massive gap on the outside, which is a bit annoying. So what can he do? Greg Marzu gets his points on his own with those offloads off his line. So 40 is not too bad. If you bought him in this week, it might be a little bit disappointing, but yeah, he's a hold, especially with that buy round, with those awesome buys. So that's good. Thomas Cant moved to the bench. A 38 in 27 minutes is awesome, but those minutes look down, so he's probably a sell now. He made close to 150k for those that bought him in. He was a big risk, so credit to you if you did bring him in, but it's probably time to go, unless KPP or Dylan Lucas pick up an injury, or if he starts in the middle or something. But yeah, I can't see any of those happening anytime soon. So he's probably a sell for me. Halasima was a popular pickup for some reason. 2.85%. Obviously just off the back of a decent score last week, but he was named on the bench. I think he did start in the end in the 1 hour updates. 37 is not too bad, but 39 minutes. A little bit tricky. I wasn't looking at his role. I was looking at other guys, and I'm usually focused on who I've got in my team or popular players, so wasn't too focused on him. So I don't know if he played middle or edge, but yeah, I didn't see the appeal, and 37's not doing any wonders. Kalen Ponga, super disappointing. I did say to keep him, just because that high break even was a bit misleading to me. Because look at that. He had a 73 break even, but let's say he pumped out a 50. he was going to start to make money after that with a lower break even. But with a 22, he's going to lose a ton of money again. What's that? 57K he's lost. But again, it is a slightly misleading break even though he has a 68, because he's going to start to make money. But if you want to get rid of him, if you just had enough, that's fair enough. But if he wasn't playing Origin, I'd be picking him up probably after next week. With that Origin, like the poor buy schedule for an Origin player, you can probably just sell him if you want. Like, I don't have any issues. I'd be keeping him if I had him, but no issues. You just had enough. Then moving on to the third game, Jack White topped the scoring. Probably a bit surprising, but he is really good. He's only 365K, which is starting to get interesting. He'll obviously be a bit above that now, but I didn't realise he was that low. That's crazy. What did he start the season at? 550. Wow, he's lost a lot of cash. Obviously, playing in the centre isn't great for him. We probably would have preferred him in 5'8". What's that? At centre, he averaged 30 last year, and then 5'8", he averaged 44. So, yeah, if his role changed, I know a couple of games he's gone into 5'8" during the middle of the game, but if he's in the centres, there's probably no need to pick him up. But it's probably one to watch if his role does start to change. But, yeah, you can't expect 65 every week. Cameron Munster was awesome. Had 44 at halftime. He had a big run with the line break, 4 tackle breaks in about 50 metres. So that did a lot of his... That was a lot of his production. Then an offload towards the end of the first half. He was on 61 with 15 minutes to go, I think, and then got 3 missed tackles in a row and an error. So he went back down to 55 real quick. Then got it up there with 62, so no complaints there. He moved to fullback when Paffy went off for the last 10 minutes or so. That's not going to continue. Obviously, we won him at 5'8", and he was decent. No tries, no try assists, so 62 is good. He was probably on my chopping block soon, playing at Origin and stuff as well. He's got another couple of weeks in and he'll have a low break even. So, just ride the wave with Munster, averaging 46 now, so it's not too bad. I was hoping for 50, 55 when I started with him, but, not too bad at all. Trent Riera, he's been going great guns. 71 minutes is awesome, but his price at an awkward price. Wouldn't really look to bring him in. Maybe around 12, you could take a look, but, no interest yet. Ewan Aitken with 55. He was one I did talk about as a potential buy. Not this week, obviously. He had a super high break even, 77. But, obviously coming off the 13 in the centres and now he's back in the second row, he's going to be certainly an interesting one. He averaged 55 in the second row, 52 and a half. Oh, no, he had the 19-minute game. So, 56 and a half in the second row last year. Price at 48. He's going to lose a tiny bit more cash. He might be another one I'm interested in this week. I wish he had that centre duel, and then I'd certainly would bring him in, but definitely one to watch now that he's back in the second row. He does have a slight injury history. I might be underselling that a little bit. He does have an injury history for sure. But he's definitely an interesting one. Who else do we have in that game? Eli Cartel was good. I did talk about him briefly. 55s, pretty run-of-the-mill. He coming off a bad score. Jai Gray, he managed to play 5'8". It looked like he was going to lose that role, but the Cody Walker injury for 4 weeks, he's probably going to stay in that 5'8" role. I said to keep him if you sold him. I think a lot of people were looking to get rid of him. Jai Gray, I know, he must have fallen off that list. He was on it at one point. Obviously, when there's rumours he was playing 5'8", a lot of people must have kept him. Not a ton of fantasy interest in this game. Jerome Hughes, 41, another disappointing score. But I did talk about potentially wanting him next week, and he might be one I'm getting for Walsh still. He's had a tough run with injuries and a few poor scores here and there as well. A high of 46 isn't ideal, but his price so low. He averaged 60 last year. Obviously, that scoring rate isn't great. It is great, but it's not going to continue. But even if he averages 50, 55, he doesn't play round 12 and 15, which is okay, which is bad, but I've got a fair bit of cover during that period anyway, so I might be looking to bring him in, but it's super team dependent. No rush for him. Pappy, 39, not too many people own him. 21%, but I can't imagine a ton of high ranked teams have him. Let's take a look. 14, 12, 13%, so decently high, but 39's not too bad. Got a rest in the last 9 minutes just with the score blowing out a little bit. Latrell, 36, got a sin bin. He's got to play Origin, so not really interested in him anytime soon, but his price will start to get appealing. But if he somehow misses out on Origin, I'd be looking at him. But I think he's a lock-in, a shoe-in for sure. No one else really in that game. Lewis Todd, he might start to get an appealing price, but Humphries is back soon. So I can't imagine his role will increase anytime soon. So one to watch, but not anytime soon. Yep, that's it from me, guys. On to the next video. Enjoy.